So you remember when I said that I could not fit all of my thoughts on the Xbox showcase from yesterday into one video? Well, this is the second video and I am sharing the other half of my thoughts. Another problem in this gaming industry that we are all dealing with right now, a pattern that we have been seeing time and time again, is the uglification of women in video games. Microsoft has made it very clear with their anti-beauty standard guidelines that they're pushing down the pipeline to studios across the board that they want to make women as ugly as possible if they get the chance. They're pressuring developers to do this very thing. I have reported on this in the past. So it's not something that can be refuted. It is a fact that is what they are trying to do. And one of those games that are pushing those guidelines down our throats is Fable. Fable came out with a trailer, as well as a couple of other games that we're going to reference here. One of the very first instances of an uglification of women was this main character of Fable right here. It was horrible and gamers everywhere called it out. It's been memed to death since that time. And for some reason, people who saw this trailer yesterday said that she looked much better, and I don't understand why they were saying that, but some people are saying that she looks better. I'm looking at this picture and I looked at the gameplay itself and I could not disagree more. It looks like she's just as ugly as she was before. She doesn't even look like the actress still, but they want you to feel convinced that she is somehow pretty now. Now, this person said in response to this post from the Geek commentator, if that's cute, you need to go have an eye test because you are obviously blind. Between this and Perfect Dark, Xbox has completely lost the plot, and I could not agree more, even though this person said it's all subjective, my friend. No, there is clearly an objective being pushed by Microsoft, all right? This stuff goes all the way up to the very top. They're pushing DEI into everything. They already ruined the movie-going experience with this. They're trying to do the same to video games. It's the same thing that we've seen before. It's just being pushed into video games now. BlackRock, Vanguard, the government, just, you can think whatever you want. It goes all the way to the top and it's being pushed down to the bottom. Sony has made this clear with their PlayStation State of Play experience, where they're putting DEI-infused games on their front page advertised to teenagers, and now Microsoft is doing it too, all right? They made it very clear what they're trying to do in the gaming industry, and this is the result. They have made several women in these games ugly. And for what reason? To demoralize men, to blur the lines between genders, and it's all under the veil of inclusiveness and equity and diversity. It's all nonsense. All of it. And gamers are seeing that to be the case. That's why they're ratioing these trailers. That's why the last Dragon Age trailer got completely destroyed, and that's why people aren't 100% on this one either. Of course, it has 1,000 more likes than dislikes, 17,000 to 16,000, 500,000 views, but people aren't happy about it. They're making it very clear that they don't like the character in the game. One thing that I thought about this trailer that was actually nice was Albion itself. Albion looks pretty good. When you see her traveling around in it, it actually looks pretty fun. It's just that this character, this main character lady, she just looks completely unappealing. People are like, well, they improved her look. I mean, they really did not. You can get a pretty good indicator of how people feel about the trailer by going to the trailer itself. It's gotten ratioed. Not as badly as Dragon Age, but people are absolutely on the fence. It's split right down the middle. 17,000 likes to 16,000 dislikes. Now, of course, that's still not good. There are reasons that people are not happy about this game. Why do you think that that is? Do you think that they don't like it because it's not Lionhead Studios anymore? Do you think that they don't like it because Albion looks bad? No. Albion actually looks pretty good in this game. I won't lie to you. Albion looks better than it ever has. The problem is this main character. From what I am being told, this is going to be the main character. There's not going to be character customization. Now, this could change, and we could, of course, be wrong about this, but I don't know. I just don't think so. I'm looking at her character, and I'm like, just seems like the same thing that they've been trying to do. But what are players saying? Well, people who are fans of this game, people who are actually interested, they're all asking the exact same question. Can we create our own hero? 23 hours ago. Please tell me there's a character creator. Xbox, can we create our own character? I hope you can create your own character. Do you know why people are saying things like this? Because they don't like the way that the main character looks. This person says, step 1, change the way my character looks. Yep, 100%. I want to create my own character. I hope we can create our own hero. Please tell me we can create our own character. I want to create my own character. I mean, really, guys, it's pretty obvious where people stand. By the way, those are the comments that have the most likes on them. You can take a look. You can just play back my video. You can see all of the character creation comments have the most likes out of all of these. And that's how people feel about this. They don't like the direction that Fable is going. They may really enjoy the way the combat looks. They may enjoy the way that Albion looks. This is not, of course, the only occurrence in which this has happened. They are remaking Perfect Dark Zero, of course. Now, the original Perfect Dark Zero, very pretty main character. I remember playing this game. Beautiful woman, something that is not allowed in the gaming industry these days. How do we know this? Well, ugly, okay? Uglification. They gave her a very thick jaw, all right? It doesn't even look like the actress that it is modeled after. She looks much prettier in this picture. Look what they have done. This does not look like Joanna Dark at all. Looks like a man. The zipper is all the way up to the neck, by the way. I just think that's funny. It just looks like a dude. And they keep doing this over and over again. And this is not something that the other side, quote unquote, can criticize you for, because this is something that Microsoft has already made very clear. Even their executives who are attacking gamers day in and day out have admitted that this is exactly what they intend to do. They've pushed out guidelines specifically for developers in the development process of their games. So where is the line being drawn? I don't think that there is a line being drawn. I know that women aren't happy with it. Packer Girl made it very clear that she is a real woman and that she does not approve of this. That is not a realistic, well depiction of what women look like. Maybe it's you who has never seen one in real life, and this is in response to a quote tweet from a Kotaku post. I was 100% sure that reading the comments on this would mostly be men angry about not getting an over-sexualized anime girl, but instead get a more realistic, well depiction of what women look like. But they've never seen one in real life, it seems. So Packer Girl's post got 5,500 likes, 244,000 views. Women agree with her. Men agree with her. There are men and women everywhere who agree that these women look way too masculine and ugly. It's just horrible. And they're going to try and gaslight you and try to lie to you and make you think that you're crazy for thinking that this could be the case when it really is the case. It's sad too, because every time we think that we're getting a win in the industry where we push back against these big corporations for trying to push this nonsense on us, when we think that we get a win, we're suddenly slapped in the face with a bunch of other games that are doing the exact same thing that we keep trying to call out. And it feels like we're in a losing battle right now. These companies aren't listening to anything that gamers are saying. They're just pushing their nonsense. And it feels like the only way that we're going to be able to reach these people is by not buying their games and just voting with our wallets. Because if we don't, they're just going to keep making games like this. Heck, they might even keep making games like this no matter what we do. Even if we don't buy their games and all of their studios shut down, they'll just keep doing it until like there are just no video games left and no one can buy anything. I mean, it just feels like they're just going to keep doing this until they have no money left. There are no studios, there are no corporations. There is just the ideology now. And it's just insane how far they're willing to go with this. Look how masculine these characters look. With the big chins, the masculine jaws, they're trying to blur the lines of gender. They have made this clear. And it doesn't just pertain to games that have female characters in them. No, it also pertains to the games that actually look fun as well. Gears of War. Okay, I'm a big Gears of War fan. I dominate in Gears of War multiplayer, and I always have. I've been super excited to play a new Gears of War game. I even said on my Twitter that that is one of the games from Xbox Showcase that I am excited for, but I also am aware that there are problems with this game. There are red flags to look out for. This is from Packer Girl. I love seeing her reporting. You guys should totally follow Packer Girl if you get the chance. All right, she posts a lot of anime, but what she also posts a lot of is gaming news, and she's really good at it. So follow her. Gears of War E-Day story director Juan Cao is the chairman of the board of Latinx in Gaming. I didn't even know this, and I'm really looking forward to Gears of War E-Day. Now, should I look forward to Gears of War E-Day? Well, let's read about it and see what's going on with it. Juan Cao, he, him. Well, most people would be like, oh, it's doomed. That's it. Not buying day one, but I want to look into it more. So let's see. Baby Daddy, story director, Coalition Gears, River Skiffler, Latinos in Gaming, chairman of the board. I'm the best at what I do. Packer Girl goes on to say, Gears of War studio brand director at the Coalition, Nicole Fawcett. Seriously, this was such a love letter to our franchise, our fans, and the effing incredible game we're building. Gears of War has returned. Now, I don't know what Nicole has said in the past, so I'm not sure why Packer Girl is quote tweeting her. I do find it interesting that she quoted the technological director Kate Rayner. That post was very interesting. Gears of War E-Day, we are commitment to pushing the boundaries of both storytelling and technology in gaming. Well, Dread, why is that a big deal? Well, because of this post right here, celebrating the joy of the LGBTQIA+ community in gaming, from inclusive games to partnerships with organizations like the Trevor Project, Xbox is committed to creating a safe and welcoming space for all players. These people are in these positions. They're writing the games, they're developing the games, they're promoting the games, they're funding the games. They're here. And this is why I say that you need to vote with with your wallet. You're not going to have these corporations getting your backs. And even if Sony backs down from some of its international policies or removes a bit of censorship or adds a bunch of uncensored things just to mask their little censorship that they have not yet changed, they're still going to be pushing this stuff hardcore. They really are. And if you really think that the media is going to report honestly on it, think again. This is from Forbes. That was the most impressive Xbox showcase possibly ever. And there you have it. It's what the media thinks. They're not going to get your back. They don't care about you. This is why you need to just choose your games individually. Vote with your wallets. And if you're not sure about a game, you can criticize it and call it out. You can call out the bad things that you're seeing, okay? And you can be wrong. Also, don't just rely on Packer Girl. Don't just rely on what Grums is saying. Don't just believe everything everyone says. Also, don't be afraid to not write a game off completely, all right? If you're a fan of a video game franchise, it is completely okay to be excited for it while also being skeptical of the people that are in charge of it and the ideology that is being pushed within it. I understand that the gaming industry is a difficult thing to wade through right now. It's a tough thing to navigate. But I do think that it's important that you call out those things that you see and to vote with your own wallet. Make your own decision. Don't let these people choose for you. They're going to choose wrong every time if that's the case. And the people who are against you, they're never going to admit what they're doing, because if they do, that's just going to give people more ammo to use against them. So just look for yourself and see what these people are doing to these video games, and I am certain that you will come to the right decision. There's nothing wrong with a beautiful woman existing. There's definitely nothing wrong with an ugly woman existing. But when you're pushing ugly women to eliminate the idea of beautiful women so that you can push an agenda, that's where things get messy. And that is what people are against. That's why your game trailers are being ratioed. Again, Fable trailer. It's not being ratioed because Albion looks like crap. It's not being ratioed because of the gameplay, because we've barely seen any gameplay as it is. It is being ratioed because gamers are not stupid and they're seeing that you're pushing ideology. That's what I'm trying to get at. Gamers are not happy with this. Are we winning? I don't think so. I think that we have a long way to go, but I do think that we have seen in the past that when gamers band together, they can send a message that has an impact. But how much that impact has on the gaming industry depends solely on you as an individual to speak your mind and to be honest about what you are seeing happening in this gaming industry. If you let this slide and you let that slide and you allow this DEI nonsense to take over completely, it's just going to be a disaster all around, and gaming is going to be destroyed, just like every other medium is in the process of being destroyed by this stuff. We won't know 100% if these games are going to be successes or failures until they come out and we see how many people bought them and how many people actually listened to the truth. But if you're looking for a realistic indicator of where this game is headed, just take a look at what people are saying about it. And that is all I've got for you guys in this video today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you haven't had the chance to like it and share it with your friends, that would be awesome. And hey, if you're feeling ultra spicy, consider subscribing to my channel so that you're always up to date on what kind of thing I've got going on. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Later. Meow meow.